repping my Detroit, my Wanda
Go
Detroit.
Detroit
Yeah.
Lions.
Come
Yes.
on, Lions. Anyway, let's get
Super
to the
Bowl
business at
bound.
hand. Welcome to Why?
Why? Because we
Because we
said
said
so.
so. That was close.
No, it wasn't.
Anyway, yes, it was. It was better than before. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Sonya.
And so, sorry, we're going to get right to it because I think this is going to be kind of intense. So, we're going to get right to it. So, go ahead and start it off, Sonya.
I'll go ahead and tell y'all. So, you guys know that there's this video going around of this young lady that she tells young ladies not to get married at 43. She's very specific about that age of 43. So, let's show you all the reason why she says you should not get married at the age of 43. This is hilarious, y'all. Just hold on.
So funny. It's hilarious.
Oh boy, here we go with this generation of 43-year-olds something, these 40-year-old sisters. Remember I told you that when me and my friends got around 43, that my career sisters, my friends that had been flight attendants, single doctors and attorneys, hospital administrators, counselors, all of a sudden, I mean, they had been wanting to be married since we were like 19. And all of a sudden, we got in our 40s and they were just ripping and getting married left and right. Like, I hadn't been in a wedding, period, in my 20s. None in my 30s. When I got my 40s, I was constantly going to Hawaii, going to Cuba, going to Paris, started going to these weddings, and my friends would be marrying these guys. And these guys would just show up, and it was just like, and I was thinking, oh, I guess this is what's supposed to happen. You get 40, and then all of the men just get their act together, and they come and marry you. Now, most of these men were about 10 years older than my friends. I'm telling you, they were showing up with rings and flowers, and they'd be going out of my friends and wearing matching outfits, and one of them wanted to go to her family reunion around Christmas dressed as Mr. and Miss Claus and the Statue of Liberty and Uncle Sam and boating and all. And I mean, they were ripping and running and I was like, where were these men at? So I had come up with a theory that I put out on social media that men were getting it together in their 40s, that they had ditched their lives and gotten with all these horrible women, or they were horrible men, and then they learned their lessons, and then we were reaping the benefits of these men that had learned their child. Before we turned 50, them men was dropping dead left and right.
Yeah.
Seriously. Heart attack, stroke, prostate cancer, colon cancer, ED, VD. I mean, all types of these ailments that they were having. One was dating a guy and his teeth just started falling out of his head. One was dating a guy and he just had this curly Prince hair, and all of a sudden he just a slick bald headed. One of them was like this brilliant, intelligent dude who had been married 3 times and had all these mixed match kids. And as soon as my friend married him,
Not the mixed match.
his head blew up with a brain tumor.
She said his head.
My friends been spending money. They were spending money left and right, re-outfitting their houses. Men getting their toes and legs cut off because of diabetes, right? Men that was losing their mind, stopped taking their medication, and they had to put them in these asylums and all this stuff. They were getting wheelchair ramps put in their houses, doing GoFundMe so that the men could pay for experimental medicine to keep their men alive. And these were men that hadn't been with them not even 2 years. They didn't have any children with these men. My friends were mostly single without children, and these men had all these skeletons in their closet, all these mismatched kids, and my friends hadn't invested nothing into my friends. They hadn't invested nothing but that love bombing courting phase. So now, y'all, I'm looking on Facebook because we're now past 40. And so now I'm looking at all the little generation of my sisters here. I'm looking at them on Facebook. Every weekend, droves of them getting married. I just never thought I'd find my Boaz. And they just getting married left and right. And I'm looking at them marrying these old bald-headed men that I know. I'm like, y'all probably been together one time because he took 15 Viagras. you look at them and you know that they're impotent, right? And they're like, oh, that's okay. I just love him. And then I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen, just like it was with my friends. They married now. Some of them going to drop deceased the week after, because that happened to some of my friends, because they already know that they're sick, which is the reason that they're running trying to marry all these little young 40-year-old women that
So
are,
this
you know,
goes
that
on
have
for
reached
about
the
8
glass
minutes.
ceiling,
I'm
that
gonna
have
go
reached the
ahead and
ceiling
stop
at
it,
their
but I just
in their
want you
careers,
guys
that have their education, that
see
have all their licenses, that have their
exactly
invested.
what it was that we were going to be talking about. So go ahead, Jay, because you always you're ready. So you go, ma'am.
I just think it's hilarious because it's true. It's absolutely true.
Is it?
And oh, it's true. For sure. It's true. Because what's happening is, as you can see, we have all our 60 and 70-year-old brothers still running out here. Because see, times have changed. Back in the day, women wasn't plopping it open like they are now. Or if they were definitely doing it in secret. Now, these men, these 60 and 70-year-old men can go to a club and pull 3-4 women, period. So they ain't trying to settle down. They are not. Why would I settle down? You know, if I hear,
So you're saying the healthy ones, not the ones that's
I'm the
on their way
but you
out.
know, we all healthy till we not, right? So they playing around now. Oh, they got 1, 2, 3 every night. They got a different chick, and these are 70-year-old men. And then they get sick. And guess what? Ain't nobody playing with you and you sick. Now I got to run you to doctor's appointments. So now they find that one that's willing to marry him. And now they got a live-in caregiver for free. Nope. That's crazy. Only person I'm taking in, no, not taking in. Scratch all that. The only person I'm taking care of is the person that I've been with. There ain't no way on God's green earth. I was about to say hell, but I'll choose God's green earth that I would sign up for that position. That's ridiculous. And women that's in the healthcare industry, you could ask any of them. They all say the same thing. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of older, sick men in the hospitals and in those healthcare places that's by themselves. They're by themselves and they have no one to visit them, nothing, because they wanted to play around. And then when you got sick, you were by yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is weird. It's just weird to me. Number one, because I feel like let me tell you what bothers me basically about her whole thing.
Okay.
Number one, she starts it off and she says all of her friends, and then she starts telling you, you know, all these different things, professions and stuff that all of her friends are, you know, doctors, lawyer, Indian chief, you know. So she tells you this, you know, that these are all really high profile women. And
Right.
then she says that she's gone Hawaii, Paris, here, there, and forth, you know, for
Yeah.
these weddings. So my question is, are you married? Is she married? Is
Probably
she
not.
not going to be married because she
Probably not.
feels like she's a certain age? Because apparently she's in her 50s now. So,
Right.
and she said that these girls were 43. And she said the
Mm-hmm.
guys were 10 years older. So that would make them 53, which to me is not really old. Because I mean, we're 61.
Right.
So to me, a 53-year-old is not really old.
You're right.
So, you know,
But they
and
still get
honestly,
sick.
this is the thing. This is the thing for me. You take your chances with anybody. I don't care who
Facts.
you marry and what age they are. Because there was even in the comments, somebody said, well, marry somebody younger. And you know what she said? They do the same thing. So I'm like, basically,
No,
you don't like men. You don't want nobody to get
you
married.
don't want to get married. I pulled out of her stuff what I wanted, which was to tell the truth about these men that are out here catting around until they can't cat around no more. So the basis of what she said is true. That that men are getting married later, much later in life, because They don't have to settle down because so many people, I mean, life has changed. The world has changed. And people is okay that somebody got another person and all of this crazy stuff, you know. So the world has changed in that way. So it's almost like I mean, they can have what they want, right? At this
Yeah,
stage.
but
But when they get
what is it
sick,
about? But what is it about her friends? Because this lady said, all of my friends, all of my friends. Okay, they're not
well, it
talking to
sound like they're
you,
career people. They sound like they're career people,
right?
which we
But
do. We have
all
a
of her friends are duped like that. Like none of
but
her friends ever got married when they were younger. They're all.
probably well, it doesn't sound like those are the people she hang with.
She needs
You
another
know,
set of friends.
right? Well, yeah, I agree with
So
that.
like,
But her thing is, it sounds like that this is her crew, and her crew chose career over getting married and having children. And now that they're older, because I mean, but there's pages out there. I mean, you know, I live on the internet, and there's pages out there where women are like, now I'm 40, now I'm 45, and I'm ready to have a kid and all this. And I'm like, whoa, girl, this is time to travel. But if they've done all of that, and now they feel like they've set this side, I don't agree with it because I mean, that's just if you ain't never had a kid, having one at 40 some years old, baby, you in for it. You know,
but
because kids are a joke.
listen to what she said though, and this is going to tell you why her friends are getting these kind of guys and what's going on. She said the guy had been married 3 times. He had mixed matched kids, meaning
That
he
was rude.
had kids with all of these different people, and that he finally decides he wants to get his life together. But isn't that kind of a like a
Uh-uh.
red flag
She
to you
said
if you're
that's
40 something?
she said that's what she thought. She thought that's what his thought was. Her thing was she's thinking, oh, look at all these guys getting themselves together. And now they're proposing to her friends. And then when she found out that that wasn't the case is, and of course, not all that. I mean, it just sounds crazy. We're not going to put a white, whatever they call it on that. No, we're not doing that. I don't know what they call it, but anyway, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to spread the net that wide for sure, because not all of anything. But the premise of the whole thing is guys nowadays, older guys are waiting and waiting until final breath almost to get married because they at that point does not have anyone to take care of them. You know, and I've heard it 1,000 times. I've heard it from nurses, I've heard it from healthcare people in hospice, all of this stuff. They don't have anybody to visit them because they waited so long to get into a meaningful relationship because those are people that will take care of you. If you're in a meaning, loving relationship, then we'll take care of you, period. But you're not going to dial me up at 70. Sir, no,
No,
absolutely.
these are 53-year-olds.
I,
These men are
I don't
young.
care. I'm talking about the people I know.
But look, like I said, you take a chance no matter who you marry. You take a chance. And
Absolutely. But if
because
you,
we never know what's gonna happen. Like
yeah,
you
right,
can wake
right,
up the next day, like she said, this guy had all this curly, pretty hair, and then the next day he was bald. So, and I feel like she had something against bald headed men because she kept saying these are old bald head. Man, these dudes are bald in their 20s, in their 30s. Guys are going bald really young. So
yeah.
it was just, I mean, it was just like I feel like if so many, I mean, because what are you going to do? Are you going to give him your health records? Is he going to give you his health records? Because
And still, that don't mean nothing because you can
that's what,
die. Don't
because
matter.
that's what I'm saying. You just don't know. So, like, you could end up being a hospice wife. Y'all, that's her term, hospice wife. I didn't come up with a cute term this week, so that's her term is don't be a hospice wife. But it's like you never know what's gonna happen, and you could end up being a hospice wife.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That
I
is
would,
it's
I
true.
mean, to me, just because you're 43, so you're gonna. When I tell you, I was looking at the comments, y'all. I read the comments on her post, and you would not believe how many women said, "Oh, I'm not gonna get married. I'm not gonna get." And I feel
Yeah.
like that has really hurt a lot of chances for a lot of people
Yeah. Oh
to
yeah.
get married, because now they're scared, because you don't know just because this man is 53, because this lady has put this out there now, because just he's a certain age, now all of a sudden you don't want to be with this man. And then she said, y'all didn't see this in the
Girl.
video, but it was later in the video. This is what she said. She said, and then you get older, and he dies, and his old ugly kids come to the house, just start taking stuff out the house. And I'm like, this lady,
True.
she has this whole big thing, period, about being married. I
Listen.
don't care. And she
Listen.
said you shouldn't even marry them. She said do a commitment ceremony or something. She said, but don't marry them. And it's like, but people downplay the importance of marriage and what it
Absolutely.
really, really means.
For
It's
sure.
not just a piece of paper. It is,
No.
it's security, really. Because like
Yeah.
she said, if you're not married, those mixed matched ugly kids can come into the house
And take whatever they
and
like.
take
They did.
whatever. Because
Yeah.
you're the one who's been this hospice wife for this person, and you have nothing. I mean, I have heard of things where people have, taken loved ones,
Yeah.
girlfriends, fiancés off. Like when the person got sick and had to go to the hospital, they took them
Yeah.
off the visitors list because they wasn't friends with them. They
Yep.
didn't like them. And
Yep.
then you have no say so in the burial.
Mm-mm.
And should this be, could you be a hospice husband? Should
Right.
men be aware of that too? Because women, shoot, we have stuff wrong with us too.
Absolutely. But the thing is, this is not going to stop anyone from getting married. Those ladies that said that, no one's asked them yet. When someone asks them to
Right.
marry them, they're going to get married. They
They
don't
are.
care. They going to marry. Hey, it was a girl on the internet earlier. She had this old man looked like he would have 1 foot in the ground. And she was in her 30s and she was smiling and they had on matching pajamas. The people don't care, girl. They marry who they can marry.
She probably saw that man bank account first.
For sure. Anna Nicole Smith.
Okay. But you know what? Let me
But
tell you, I had this friend. This guy, I have a friend. This guy wanted to marry her, and he didn't have anybody. He wasn't like 1 foot in the grave, but he knew he didn't have long. Like he was still functional, but he knew that he had stuff that was going on with him that was gonna kill him. And he
right.
really wanted somebody to marry, so he'd have somebody to leave his stuff to. And I
Okay.
told her, like, I don't know if you listen, girl, but I told you, I said, marry that man, get them VA benefits, go ahead, marry that
Girl,
man,
for
and
sure. For absolute
and she
sure.
wouldn't do it, but she wouldn't do it.
Girl,
I said,
ma'am,
girl.
ma'am.
And the man ended up passing away within a couple of years, and he still did not. He never found anybody. He didn't look. It wasn't really looking. He just knew her, and so he
She
just
should
felt
have
like
went
he wanted
down
to
her
take care of her.
look. She should have went down her friend list and asked people. I'm here to tell you.
Okay.
And we could have split it.
I know that's. Look, I was on it, girl. I think I talked to her about every single day about that. I kept saying, "You ain't
Lady,
gonna do it. Look, you
let me
ain't gonna
tell you,
do
lady,
it."
he did not say you had to stay there. I would have been like on every trip, every month. Y'all be like, girl, where are you go? Girl, I am getting out. I'm tired of it. I need 2 weeks out of the month. I need to be on a trip, sis. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. Lady, he did not say you had to sit by his side 24/7. I would, girl, we could have split that money.
Yes.
What you doing, sis?
And
yeah.
see,
Anybody else have that?
I had I know now there was this older gentleman, like he deliberately, like she knew there was like a 20 or 30 year age difference between them. And he wanted again. It was another couple. He wanted to do it. He didn't want to touch her or anything. He just wanted the companionship to be there with him in his latter days, because he knew that and she ended up benefiting. She got a house out of it. She got whatever monies he had in the bank. And she probably didn't have to do nothing but kiss him on the cheek every now and then to make him feel good.
Change his
Give him a little
diapers. I
hug,
don't
a little
care.
pat. But I feel like So maybe if as long as you honest about it. So if you
Somebody
tell
build a website. That's what they
look,
need to do. Somebody
what?
needs to build a website on people that need to leave their money to somebody.
But you know what? This the funny part. Those same girls who saying, "No, I ain't marrying him because he gonna be sickly." Those the same ones that be on that website saying, "Oh, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Sabrina. I'll make sure if it ever happens again, I'll send somebody your way. If I ever
I'm with
hear
you,
that
Sabrina.
somebody else
I'm
needs
with
it,
you, Sabrina. Yes,
we'll
sir.
send him your way.
Yes, I'm with you, Sabrina. I'm like, somebody need to get a website going. Sign up to take care of the
You
old
know what
man,
though?
and in
While you
return,
playing, y'all, we're gonna have a new website. It's gonna be Why Because We Said So. Cause you need a man that's going on the glory to take care of you. That's what we're gonna do.
not
We're gonna have
not
our
the
own
Jordan.
website. So the men, y'all gonna come and sign up. And we're gonna help
Ooh,
y'all find these little young girls that don't care. You just give us some little specifics. You know, you want them tall, short, light, dark, whatever.
this
We're gonna
fool
find them
said
for
like
you.
that.
That's our
Uh,
new hustle.
that's,
If anybody watching want to sign up, just put it in the comments and we'll sign you up on our site. We'll let you know when it goes live.
oh my God. Yeah,
Listen,
no,
look,
not
no,
gonna
it's Why
happen.
Because We Said So, the hookup edition.
The hookup edition.
Yeah. Or
No,
either the
the
hospice
senior
edition.
hookup.
No, it's the
The
hospice
hospice.
edition.
There you go. No, but I seriously want to say, I mean, it's all fun until it's not. Seriously.
Yeah.
And so to all, and I know I fuss with my single male friends all the time. Get you somebody, because I just think it's important. I do. So don't wait until you gotta get you somebody like a caregiver. Get you somebody to enjoy these latter years with.
That's
If you
it.
don't, yeah, I mean, that's it. It's not that hard. Find somebody. Y'all dating people, you really like them, whatever. Find somebody to spend your latter days with. And
Yeah.
just, I mean, good God. Or go move in with your children like I did.
Or something like that, huh?
Right. It's on you. But you got to be around somebody. So,
You got
oh,
to.
oh, Lord.
Well, we're going to bring this one to a close, y'all. Thank y'all so much, as always, for joining us. You know that we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. We thank you
Yeah.
for logging in with us. And next week, we're going to come up with something that is just going to blow your mind. I know what it is, but I can't remember what it is because 61 has kicked in. So when 61 kick in, it's no telling what y'all are going to get. So, but we do know what's coming next week. I just can't
And
remember.
yeah,
But
and
anyway,
we'll get it
join
together.
in.
That's okay. That was me
Yeah,
today. I was like, I don't know what we're talking about. She's like,
she
what? You
really
sent it
was.
to me.
She
I'm
sent
like,
it
I
to me.
get, but that's okay. We got it together.
We do.
And we are so glad that you all decided to tune in and check us out because we just like to have fun and talk
We just
trash,
do.
and just have a good time and laugh about the world, funny stuff that's going on. So we're glad you're here with us. We love you guys. See you
Make
next
sure
week.
you like, share, and invite someone else to join us. Remember, we go live every Wednesday at 7 o'clock
4 o'clock
p.m.
Pacific time.
Hold on, Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, she's in Las Vegas, so it's 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time where she is.
Yes, it
Ciao.
is. It's still daylight outside. Yay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But and it's 59 degrees.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So anyway, peace. Love
We love
y'all.
you
See you
guys.
next week.
Peace.
Why?
Why?
Because we
Because we
said